tree that's seen beyond the years, that now the bastard city's clean, undimmed by human tears.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 25th, 2019. It's 5:28 a.m. and I'm calling the crisis hotline, DHHS crisis hotline, which is a cold line. I guarantee you that nothing's going to happen. I called 2 days ago. No one ever contacted me. This is a completely dysfunctional organization. Watch.
Welcome to Michigan Centralized Intake, a 24-hour hotline available 7 days a week for reports of the suspected abuse, neglect, or exploitation of children and vulnerable adults. If you are calling about a life-threatening emergency, please hang up now and call 911. To fax your 3200 form or police report, send to 616-977-1158. If you are a law enforcement officer, press 3 now. Please note that your call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes. To continue in English, press 1. If you are a mandated reporter or other reporter of the abuse, neglect, or exploitation of a child or vulnerable adult, please stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. If you are calling to learn the status of an existing case, or if you are calling to contact a caseworker, please hang up now and contact your local department's office. To find the contact information for your local office, please go to the State of Michigan's website for our department. If you have questions about other programs or services, please hang up and call the customer service hotline at 1-855-275-6424. Again, that number is 1-855-275-6424. To repeat these options, press 4. If you are not calling to report abuse or neglect, please hang up now. Heavy call volume requires that this line be used only for its purpose, the protection of children and vulnerable adults, many of whom need immediate attention. Thank you for your cooperation with this serious and time-sensitive mission.
Yeah, time-sensitive. Fuck you.
Please hold while we transfer your call.
Your telephone call may be monitored for quality assurance.
The B. Winter-wide website features important...
Centralized Intake, it's Travis. You're reporting abuse or neglect?
Yes.
About a child or a vulnerable adult?
Adult.
All right, 1 second, please. How do you know the adult you're calling about?
That's me.
Oh, okay. What county do you live in?
Lapeer.
All right, what is your last name? Have you called us before?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. What's your date of birth? And you're English-speaking Caucasian male?
Yes.
Alrighty, and your marital status?
Divorced.
Widow, divorced?
Divorced.
Alright. And what is your current address, please? I'm sorry, and the county you said was?
Lapeer.
Lapeer, thank you, goodness. I'm forgetting things that fast, that's a bad sign. What about a good contact phone number for you?
Sir, I'm using someone else's phone, so I have limited use to it, but here's a number. 810.
Go ahead and note that on there for you too. We'll have to go through the general questions here, of course. Bear with me 1 second. This won't take long once we get moving. Okay, I promise.
Okay. I've been through it since I've been calling since last October and getting nowhere. So I know.
Okay,
I know
so you've kind of been through it a little bit. Okay. I just don't want you to think I'm dragging my feet here, you know. And
it's not you, sir. It's a broken government.
Well, I can't comment on that. You know what I mean? And the systems are all part of it, right? I agree though. It's on that.
No, what we have to do as citizens is fix things that are wrong. And instead, what's happening is the government, the state of Michigan government. I'm a 67-year-old disabled senior citizen, lifetime Michigan resident, lifetime Michigan taxpayer, and I'm being put to death because the system is broken. I'm trying to help fix it, and nobody in Michigan government will even look at my case.
Goodness. Well, hopefully we can get this one going here for you. I just need you to tell me. I'm going to give you a few minutes to tell me everything you'd like. Okay.
Can I tell you the truth, Travis? I'll bet you $100 from my next Social Security check that this call is going nowhere. And I said the same thing to Tanya on April 23rd, and I haven't heard from anybody. And so she lost the bet. So did the last 3 people that I spoke to. I spoke to a lady in January who took all my information down, and as she was hanging up, she said, "Hey, did you guys hear that?" and laughed at me. Yep. No one.
I'm sorry about that. I am. That's uncalled for.
Well, you know, I'm being murdered, and I have to pay taxes to be murdered. I tried to fight. My township wants me to pay property taxes on a house that DHHS workers destroyed and have left me without running water since 2017.
Well, let's do this though. Tell me first of all, you're physically disabled, or what's your
Yes,
main?
I'm physically disabled.
What's the nature of it, I guess?
I got all kinds of health problems, sir.
Okay. That's what I need. That's kind of what I was just looking for, a general statement like that. And various health issues. What's like your main diagnosis?
Well, I have diabetes, high blood pressure, damaged discs. I have neuropathy. I have ankylosing spondylitis.
What exactly is that?
It's a nerve problem.
Okay.
And I can't think of what rheumatoid arthritis.
Arthritis.
Right.
Okay. Well, what would you like to report today?
I the same thing I tried to report. I'm being murdered, and I can't defend myself. I have Lapeer DHHS in 2018, January of 2018, installed a water heater improperly against my wishes, and I broke the contract. So I am not responsible for their botched job. The thing leaked immediately. I found out about it and reported it in June of 2017. DHHS refused to come out for 2.5 months. They finally came out, brought their plumber out, and they fixed it. They only patched it on 8/31/17. I told the Adult Protective Services, Steve Atkinson, who was at the meeting, that he brought his plumber. The plumber only patched the leak. He didn't fix it properly. I was instructed by 2 master plumbers exactly how to tell him how to do it. He refused and only patched it. The Adult Protective Services agent, Steve Atkinson, refused to make his plumber do it correctly, and that's why it leaked again. I tried to make a complaint against my DHHS workers, Rhonda Lansing and Tanya McCrory, and he, on 8/31/17, told me he would take me to the Almont Police to file a criminal complaint against them. And then at the last minute, he changed his mind and said, well, I can't take you today. I'll have to come some other day. So then he put me off for a month after that. And then he told me that he wouldn't help me. Then when I called him, and when I found out their water heater leaked again in November of 2017, I contacted Rhonda Lansing, Tanya McCrory of Lapeer DHHS, and also Steve Atkinson of Adult Protective Services. And I asked them to bring their plumber out again. They all ignored me. I decided to try to fight them legally. So I contacted them to provide their files under Freedom of Information Act, and they ignored me. I got a letter from the state police in January that they had no files whatsoever. So I kept requesting for their files, and I have still to this day. I do not have them. There's no way that I can defend myself. I don't have an attorney. So and they're not allowing me to defend myself.
What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and pull the other ones, and I'll put a lot of that information, back in here. That's the best way to do it, really. I mean, that's all I can really do. That's my job, is to submit complaints.
If you can do it, Travis, any way where you'll actually get some actual some response, because I'm getting nothing. And the thing is I'm catching every one of the people doing it. It's not me. It's bad government. And I had the Adult Protective Services supervisor, David Lynch, come to my. First of all, I can't file a complaint against Elaine Stoutenburg. Elaine Stoutenburg is an Adult Protective Services agent that lied to you, the crisis hotline, and she said that I am in no danger because I've got a grocery store right across the street and I can get food and water, which is untrue. The nearest grocery store is a mile away, and I broke my collarbone in 4 places in 2015 trying to ride a bike to get to it to get food to survive. I can't survive, and they know it. And they every time I call you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a blank response letter by postal mail that says that they did a thorough investigation. There's no check boxes that explain anything, and just said that we did a thorough investigation and you're not in jeopardy.
Right. So this water heater was provided by DHHS?
Right.
Okay. And it was installed improperly, had all these issues. I'm going to pull the other stuff, and I'm basically just going to put that, the same information in there. I'm going to talk to my supervisor too directly and just let her know, that this is coming and this is a problem.
Here's another look at it. This is the truth, Travis, and they can't deny it. And because I can't afford an attorney, a professional attorney, to wade through the impossible bureaucracy of Michigan government. And I tried to defend myself, which I have a right to do supposedly, but I don't, because I don't get any response whatsoever. What happened is DHHS workers, Rhonda Lansing and Tanya McCrory, when my water heater failed, they told me to get 3 estimates. I got 4. I had 3 master plumbers come out and actually look at the job, understood exactly what needed to be done, and gave me quotes that were 37% lower than the one plumber that they forced on me. And this plumber that they forced on me never came out to inspect the job. He didn't know what he was bidding on. He wasn't that kind of plumber that did that kind of work. Right. I live in a mobile home. He didn't plumb it correctly. And when they came in to install it, they were doing it all wrong. So I said, look, I'm not allowing you to do this. you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it properly, or I'm not going to let you proceed. And they said, and they wouldn't do it. So I said, okay, get out of here. And I said, you go back to DHHS and either get the okay or have them send in one of my other plumbers. So they came back 2 hours later and they said, okay, we got the okay. We're going to do it correctly, and we'll have no problems. They started doing the job again. All they did is they put a board under the water heater, and I said, no, what about to fix all the plumbing? They said, we're done, and they walked out. When I immediately contacted Lapeer DHHS, Rhonda Lansing, and Tanya McCrory. They ignored me, and I've been having problems ever since. I voided the contract. I am not responsible. Legally, I am not responsible, but it doesn't matter because I've sent a 179-page document and 33 evidence videos that were supposed to be the topic of an MAHS hearing that I attended on January 7th, 2019. The judge defaulted on it because she refused to allow my 32 remote witnesses that I brought, and we didn't get my issues resolved at that time. She said that the case was dismissed. I say that they defaulted on it because they didn't respond to any of my issues. So I made an appeal. They kept it 3 months. I filed 179 pages of evidence plus 33 evidence videos when I called to complain to the MAHS Judge Alice Elkin to finally do something, because all they did was when I came to get my issues resolved on January 7th, they weren't ready for me. They couldn't respond to me. The judge couldn't find anything wrong with my issues, so she just dismissed the case. That they're not trying to help me whatsoever. They're just trying to haul me. They're trying to stall me out until I die.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to talk to my supervisor. I'll look at the other complaints. I'll gather them up. I'll send them all over, and we'll see what happens. That's all I can do.
What I'm trying to do, and this is impossible. And this is criminal government. No, what you have to listen to me is that there is an Adult Protective Services agent, Elaine Stoutenburg, that lied to your department. I've been trying to get that issue. I've shown the Almont Police. The Almont Police refused to take a criminal complaint against her. Well, I was told by the Adult Protective Services supervisor, Marie Ship, that I should contact local police to file a complaint. Local police refused. I went in last Tuesday, to try to file a complaint. They refused. I tried to file a complaint against the officer that refused to take the complaint, and they threw me out. I contacted my state legislator, Gary Howell, who's known all about this since August of 2018 when I attended his town hall meeting, and he told me that I had to go to the proper channels. It's bad Lapeer government that's murdering people, and instead of him getting involved, he told me that I had to contact the proper channels, and he had the Imlay City Police throw me out. There is absolutely no government unless you can afford an attorney to protect you against bad government.
I understand. I just wish there was something more I could tell you tonight.
I just need water. I need water. That's how can anybody? You're a crisis hotline, and I need water. How many times do I have to say it? I've been begging people since October of 2018. Nobody gets the drift. I had the Adult Protective Services supervisor, David Lynch, came to we argued on 9/15 on 9/20/18 for an hour and a half when. Elaine Stoutenburg told me that to call him because he knew all about my case and that he would help me out. I called him and he didn't know anything about it. We argued for an hour and a half, and he wound up telling me, keep calling that crisis hotline that no one will respond to.
Yeah, I don't understand why they call it crisis hotline. I mean,
it's a cold line.
I mean, it's not necessarily a crisis hotline. I mean, that's kind of overstated. We're centralized intake. We put referrals in the system. They're reviewed and they're responded to if they meet our criteria. And that's all I can do for you right now.
I know. The problem is you're working on bogus criteria, and that's why nothing happens. How can I'm 67 years old? How could it slip through the cracks that I haven't had running water since November 2017? And no matter what I try to do, all I do is get just like this hearing that I attended on January 7, 2019 with the MAHS judge that gave me 3 days notice. With the idea that I wouldn't show up. I showed up somehow because I knew they were going to try to dismiss the case. They wouldn't allow me to video record, which I have the right to do in a public meeting. She didn't allow me my 32 remote witnesses that I brought on internet live stream, and wouldn't listen to my issues. She's telling me that I'm there to discuss food stamps, and I said no, I'm here to discuss the water heater that they destroyed. Right. And that's the reason. The only reason I attended that meeting, as per my DHHS worker, Rhonda Lansing, she said, go to the meeting and they'll try to work something out. But I went to the meeting, they didn't try to work out anything because they didn't respond to a 57 page document that I provided to discuss my issues. They discussed nothing. Well, there's food stamps and then when I complained, they said, well, there's nothing we're going to do for you. And I got sick and I went into the lobby, and the judge sent a sheriff's officer to follow me out, and she said, get up, get out, and go home. We're watching you. When I tried to file a complaint against that officer, no one will take that complaint. This is not a government. All it is it's a tyranny.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry, but I wish I had more time. Like I said, I'm going to pull the other complaints. I'm going to put everything in. That's all I can do for you right now. Did you want the referral number for this one to prove that I'm putting it in and that sort of thing, so you can have it for your documentation?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you guys had that.
Yeah, let me.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give you this number. It's 845244.
Okay.
That's what I'm. Yep, 845244. I'm logging it under that number, and I'm going to let you go now. And I'm going to start digging on this. I'm going to dig everything out, and I'm going to put it in front of my supervisor, and that's the best that I can do. And of course, you'll get your letter.
The problem is, sir, you can't. Here's the situation. I'm disabled. I can't get up to my community house to get my mail. So what you have to do is you have to send me by email, but no one's doing that.
Okay.
You have to.
What's an email address?
It's
I'll put in a special request for my supervisor. I'm not sure if we're doing emails yet. I know it's just for your info. I'm not sure if the system has the capability of doing that, but I'll put in the request for you.
Would you do me a favor and put in the request that I need somebody to contact me today? I need water today. I'm completely out of water. I don't have water for anything. I can't even flush my toilet. They destroyed my home, and my home has been, and because of the government, because these people are totally dysfunctional. I have to fight to keep them from being murdered.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. That you need someone to contact you today. You're completely out of water and can't.
Yeah, and the Almont Police, Almont Police won't protect me. The Almont Police tell me there's nothing they can do. Now I got to go back and contact the state police because I have to file a complaint against this worker that no one will take. They're protecting.
It's an uphill battle. Both know that, I mean, it's difficult, but I can't go on and on about it this morning. I gotta let you go because it's gonna take a while for me to pull all this and work on it for you. Okay?
Just do me a favor, Travis. You sound like an honest person. Do it, please, because I'm recording this and I'm sending all of these to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and Gretchen Whitmer is going to find out the people that actually did something for me and the people that did nothing. And that woman that laughed at me, I'd like to have her. I'd like to file a complaint, but I'm too busy trying to survive.
I understand. That was uncalled for. I'm going to get to work on this right now, and you have make the best out of today that you can.
I can't.
And I'm going to get working on this right away, okay?
I'm being murdered. It's no way that I can make the best of being murdered.
I know. I apologize. I really do.
It's not you. You know what you do, Travis? It's stand up as a citizen and let's fix bad government.
Right. Oh. I know. It's an uphill battle, but that's what we have to. We have to do something, right?
These people are killing us.
All right. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
America, sweet America, God shed His grace on thee, yeah, and then crown that good in brotherhood from sea to shining sea.